Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, no. 258. Switch up. Check. Get 300. 258.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And some space here. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Nixon. And an alley to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try the left side. Nixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. To the 50. Blue draw forfeit. Jump out. Box it. Right now, let's go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Watch out.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, let go. Topper.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger.
Rodgers pass complete to Jace Sternberger. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run it with Williams. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. Dexter Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Ravens. 58 yards.
First down, Ravens.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1. Recon, 132 fighter.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
18. Here we go. Back 1. Yeah, live.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right. 18. 22 jet bomber. Back. Hey, 88. 29 is Mike.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A quick throw here out to Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
61, match box, white.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check nine. Get 300. Back north.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Stop your box it. Mike 29.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Rodgers pass intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Check 50.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Protein spill. Hard. Bravo. Deep grip.
They'll set up a throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And the Ravens first down.
Ready, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Rush in. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave them now with a third down situation. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Looking deep for Adams. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
We go. 90 Wolf. Two times. We got four. Yep. 20, Mike, 20. Watch the flow. Hey, Steve, 6. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield.
Let's go.
This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Yeah.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Ready up. Topper. He's checking.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 30.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, turn it up. Check 13.
Running right, Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll go again to Jones. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Pilot, 64, weak. Shift. Joker. Jump out. Hey, Alpha.
Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 20. Oh, trucked him. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
6, pull it high.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well.
else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, 626. Hey, over.
From the 16, Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You know, when you go through scouting reports, you go through everything. Height, weight, speed, the whole deal. They knew that they had a 4-inch height advantage there and tried to make a play on a 50-50 ball, didn't they?
Yeah, took the shot downfield. Hey, give them credit defensively. Maybe 4 inches shorter, but able to jostle it free.
Feisty.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
We got this. At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Check 31.
2nd and 11. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Runs over it. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it, because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Hey, 88. General West. Plant. Liz. Scan 300.
On 1st down, Rodgers rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
30. Hey, high 7. Teammate. Check.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
64, weak.
Rodgers to throw. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go